Game Freak, the developer behind Pokemon,
Those
faces
freaky ass
increasing
motherfuckers.
challenges. Yo, they face increasing challenges in securing its internal networks. Okay. Though not publicly known, hackers began identifying weak spots in their system, and this was in early 2024. In August, a third party gained unauthorized access to Game Freak servers. This is in August, and they accessed sensitive data, including personal information and source codes for some of their most iconic Pokemon games. Now, the breach remained undetected for weeks, allowing hackers to siphon so much damn data. Then
Now,
we get all the way to October. Now, before we get to the month of October, is there anything you gotta add? 'Cause we're gonna talk about it now, but this is all just before October. What was going on?
I just want to throw an overarching disclaimer on this. I get
All right.
that everybody wants to make jokes about this and whatnot. I mean, we all love a good giggle leak, but here's the problem: lots and lots of employee data got included in this. So that's something I want people to realize. Okay, got to feel for them. Whatever you think about Game Freak, whatever you think about how they've handled Pokemon. Listen, I've never been a big Pokemon fan, so I've seen all of this like hate wave, and even people like I put a thing out like y'all are really just trying to find every reason to hate on them for no fucking reason. They're just a video game company. They're not your they don't fucking pay your mortgage. They don't feed your family, right? They're just a video game company. People just are on this hate train, and to the point now where they're getting hacked and they're having their employee data leaked. And you know damn well there's going to be one guy out there that's still so butthurt over how Pokemon's been these past few years that they're going to go and they're going to find a phone number, an email. They're going to start harassing some random fucking janitor that just works at the Game Freak headquarters. Maybe doesn't even work for Game Freak. He might be contracted by like the company that owns the building that they're leasing or something. But
Facts.
maybe Game Freak has to, have him on standby in case something happens, and so they have his info in there. And now he's gonna start getting fucking harassed because people are just have this giant hate boner for Game Freak, and I never understood it. And for the normal people out there, which I'm pretty sure is most people, especially most people who watch the show, please feel for the employees that are getting affected by this who had nothing to do with any executive decision, even the executives, but especially those who had nothing to do with executive decisions, who had nothing to do with anything that you might dislike about Pokemon. They're just doing their damn job, and they're getting roped into this too. Okay. Uh,
I'm
PSA.
glad you said that, man. Cause you know what? It's true. Now you said that ain't nobody gonna give a shit. You already know how it go, man. Don't nobody care about their jobs, man. All they care about is trash and Pokemon, Nintendo. That's all they care about. Can we smash Nintendo name? People lose jobs. We don't care. That's like how it goes in the world, and it's sad. And I'm glad you said that piece because honestly, there is people who work at these companies who could possibly be losing jobs, man. Who could, you know what I mean? That's not good. That ain't good, bro. All right, but people don't give a shit. I mean, they don't, man. We got you. Hey, you don't get too many good-hearted people no more. All right, even on here, I got to be cold-hearted on here. Like I care, but I don't give a shit too. You know what I mean? But I totally, I hate to see people lose their jobs, man. Now I'm gonna get into October now. Old chap, I'm a big fan of Pokemon. Dead Specimen hates Pokemon. Dang, he already called it. He said you got to explain that. Dead Specimen, you're on the clock, man. Why do you hate Pokemon?
I don't hate Pokemon. I just never played it as a kid and never really got into it.
Okay, all right, there you go. Clock over. He turned it over. There you go. So he got out there. He just didn't play it. All right. Rest in peace to the
I
admin
really,
account who was
I
here for
must
the
admit
week.
though,
Yeah.
I really don't like the Pokemon fan base because every fucking time I've never heard of something positive come out of the Pokemon fan base. I'm sorry, like, please post some stuff in the chat. You got like positive, like a charity event, like post like a Pokemon charity event, like $100,000 donated to St. Jude's. You throw that in there, I'll take that shit back. What the fuck is that face thing? You look like you're holding a shit in.
Hey, you going in? This is stank face. You going in hard on Pokemon. I see what old chap talking about. I felt it. He right. You got some hate in there for that fan base, man. I feel it in
But
your heart.
I'm thinking
Feel it.
like GDQ, donating shit all the fucking time. Mario 64 community. You look at Simple Flips that do charity streams. Cheese does charity streams. Plenty of communities out there. I can't think of too many off the top of my head because quite frankly, I don't really care to like get super involved with the communities except the hacking community. But even the hacking community, the modding community, Like DEF CON hosts charity events. They donate shit to charity all the time. Like I've never heard of that come out of the Pokemon community. Community, not the game. The games are fine. But all I ever do is I'll be sitting around and then I'll see something about Pokemon. In this case, it's the league. At some point, when the Sword and Shield came out, it was people just relentlessly giving Game Freak shit for not having the national decks. Like, why? I don't understand. It's
Yo, all right, I feel you. You guys, now I ain't gonna lie, I haven't paid too much attention. I do hear a lot of complaints, but I do know someone who used to go to the Pokemon tournaments and they played in them. I'm not sure, Dr. Specimen, if you ever been to these tournaments, but they talk about how great these tournaments are, how great these events are, people in them, the atmosphere of these people. So, I agree. Maybe we got, a culture of in person and out person. I don't know. But I can say I play Pokemon. I love it, but I haven't been caught up on anything recent. I'm more of a Pokemon Stadium type of guy, like the versus setting. I think that's, my type of thing. But nonetheless, this leak outside of here, we got some juicy stuff. So by October 12th, the leak data started making its waves on social media, baby. Particularly on platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter. Shout out X and everybody out there. Information surfaces regarding Pokemon source code for Heart and Gold or Soul Silver, Black 2, White 2. This sounds like the most racist, but nonetheless. Legends Z and A. I know, I took it like that. It's Black 2, White 2. Why can't you come up with something better? Black 2, White. But anyway, this is just prototype names, you know what I'm saying? Early concept art and beta designs for unreleased Pokemon began circulating, causing a frenzy in the Pokemon fan base. Now, we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the leaked content. And also, Blizzard Fox said Platinum too, and I believe we got more information we're going to discuss on that. So, game source codes. We got here Platinum, okay? We got source codes for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black 2, White 2. Now, Dr. Specimen, with game source codes that are leaked, how bad is that for a company? Because I wanna get people to have no idea about a game leak who may not understand. Like if I'm sitting in a developer seat and I've been working on a game and we've gotten this game almost ready to release, and now a lot of our code leaks, let's say 6 months, a year ahead of release. How detrimental is that, and how does that affect a game?
shit, man. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Because they never talk about this stuff. You never hear a person talk about, it's these kinds of leaks have really only become a giant thing in the past decade or so. We're gonna need to wait a couple more for people who are in their 30s and 40s right now working on this stuff, coming in their 60s and 70s, going on podcasts and just being like, you know what? I remember when that leak happened, and let me tell you, we all wanted to fucking jump out our windows. Like, it's like, okay, damn, or it really did have an effect, or maybe everyone was just like, damn, that sucks. Hope my credit monitoring's on, and everyone just went on with it. Obviously, it's a nightmare for the executives. It's a nightmare for the legal team. But I mean, I truly do not know. I would never be able to. I mean, if it was something that no one expected, that's one thing. Like the setting of GTA 6. A lot of people figured that out through the leak, that it was going to be like a Miami, Vice City type thing. If I was working on it at any level and I found out that, this cool little thing I was working on got leaked, that would probably upset me. But, if I'm working on Pokemon 25 or Call of Duty 76, it's like, another Call of Duty game. I mean, people knew we were making it. People suspected that because we're the group. If I'm working at Treyarch, it's like, well, they suspected it was probably going to be a Black Ops game. They were right. They suspected it would probably be Modern Era. They were right, because that's just how the fucking even flow goes. And so I don't know. I really think it depends.
Damn. And I could say the only information I've ever seen of any insider information is like Jason Schreier, and actually he has another book that he's releasing. He actually talked about, I think it's Blizzard, a lot of the inside stuff with Blizzard. He has a new book coming out, which I'm very interested to read. I'm not sure if it's out already, but about the inside of what was going on in Blizzard and actually happening. But it seems like these leaks sometimes are done on purpose for marketing. These leaks are sometimes done through admin accounts, through phishing scams. And these leaks happen for a multitude of reasons. So sometimes they are detrimental to companies, I hear, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're done on purpose. So It could be a good thing. And that was something Robbie JVC said in the long term. It could be a good thing, right? I agree. But could also be a bad thing. And GTA 6, I don't think it did much. I think it kind of boosted the hype for GTA 6. That's just me. Now, more information about the leak, though. I want to stay in the leak. There were also a lot of beta designs, which is unused Pokemon designs and pixel art from past generations. Okay, so a lot of the older pixel art. Also, there was Gen 10 information there. Codename Gaia. This generation is linked to the upcoming Switch 2 platform. I want to repeat, Codename Ounce and Codename Gaia. Those are the two names I hear. Now, I'm not sure what the two code names represent. I heard Ounce and then I heard Gaia. Do you know, what have you heard, Dr. Specimen? I heard Ounce at first and then I heard another one that said Gaia.
Gaia is in reference to the code name for one of the Pokemon games. Ounce is the code name for the Switch 2.
See, there you go. Thank you. I'm glad he broke that down for me. So, Ounce is the code name for the Switch 2. Now, how long do we think that code name will hold for Switch 2? Now that it's out, that it was Ounce.
Probably, yes, like a weed ounce. Yes,
absolutely, like a weed ounce. Correct.
The Switch will fit in a dime bag. No, fucking Chris.
No, it's so true. It's like an ounce, like a dime bag.
You don't really see code names change because the code name got leaked. I mean, there's nowhere that we're gonna really, for this industry at least. I mean, like NX, we knew about months in advance, and I would say we're about as far out to getting a Switch 2 reveal as we were back when NX first got revealed to the public. So I don't see them changing it. I'd be shocked if they changed it, but I do question why they weren't willing to announce to the public. I mean, what's wrong with saying, like they keep saying the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Why not just say we will not be announcing Nintendo Ounce yet? Maybe they just think it's a stupid code name, because I think it's kind of a stupid code name.
Yo, you know what? I was gonna say that it is a dumb, because honestly, it sounds like a dumb code name. One thing I've realized people do.
Two countries will understand what that code name means. Great Britain and America. Everyone else is gonna be like, "What the fuck's an ounce?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's that weird American measuring system." Like why ounce? Like NX made sense because they had something going on with N probably was Nintendo and X was like, I don't know, experiment. Maybe it was an acronym clearly, or if it wasn't an acronym, at least N probably was Nintendo. And X is used in place of when you don't have a name yet. So Nintendo Switch, maybe they're going for Nintendo X. We have a name.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like it, bro. I like it, man. I like it. I don't know why, man. I like Ounce. I think Ounce is fire. It's probably the weed thing. Maybe it's old chap, like he said, the weed thing. I think Ounce is fire. You know what I'm saying? I think Ounce is fire. I think it's relatable. I think when you get those one-term names like Ounce, you know what I mean? Or like X, right? Or when you get those one-syllable things, they just, bam, they hit. You know what I mean? So now you come through, man. It's Switch, right? That's why you got Switch. Weed.
They should have called it the Nintendo. Wait, the Nintendo Weed?
Yeah, no, we.
The weed.
They use single. It's just we Switch. I think you need to stay on that because see, right? If you NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, that's too damn long, right? Super NES, they kind of shortened it up with Super NES. Just say Super NES, right? And then you start getting N64. Notice how they shorten the system up. GameCube, Nintendo Wii, just Wii, Wii U, Switch. Switch 2. They keep the name format very simple, and they seem to make it one syllable or two syllables. I noticed that. And I think that's very catchy. I like it. I don't know. That's just me. Everybody let us know what y'all think. We got one person that, of course, I agree. It does sound stupid in theory, so I have to admit that. But outside of that, I just like the name. It's just me. What do y'all think? If y'all like the name. All right. Now, there's also a multiplayer game called, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Is it Synapse? It's supposed to be described as like a PvP MMO style game that was also talked about. Have you heard anything about this multiplayer game called Synapse? That was one of the things, or Synapse. I'm not sure to pronounce it.
I have no idea. I haven't looked. Like I said, I haven't looked into the Pokemon stuff about this. I just saw that there's something about the Switch 2, and I'm like, ooh, Switch 2.
Yeah, it's some nice stuff. Now, Game Freak. Now, hold on. Blizzard. Synapse seemed to be like a Splatoon multiplayer game. Thank you. Okay, thank you for that. Because I did hear something, but I didn't know much more than just the name. But seems to be like, okay, all right. Although Pokemon. Ooh, okay. So like, okay, like a shooter Pokemon style Splatoon game. Oh man, don't play with it. Okay, that's nice. We speculating here. Everybody, we're speculating. Okay, nothing here. It's all speculation. Okay, but the Terra Leak is out there. Okay, you can go ahead and check it out. Yes, we're calling it Terra Leak. All right. Now, Game Freak released a formal statement acknowledging the breach, admitting that 2,606 current and former employees' personal information was exposed. And they also expressed apologies and vowed to strengthen security measures to prevent future incidents. However, the leaked game data still remains a significant point of concern. And guess what? Game Freak did not address nothing about it. I guess why. So pretty much they apologize, hey, we leaked the data, you know what I mean? We're going to take some steps to fix it and get some vulnerabilities going. That's all we're going to talk about. We ain't going to talk about what's contained in it. Like, that was pretty smart. That's some shit I would have did, too. I'm not even going to lie. If I'm Game Freak, I would have did that. Now, as the leak spreads, the Pokemon fan community reacts with both excitement and concern. Leaked designs generate buzz, with many expressing nostalgia over unused Pokemon concept art and the potential long-term effects it's going to have for future Game Freak titles. Now, we can go on and on about the different things about this. I do want to get to Unlock Switch as well. But with this leak, what does this leak really mean? What does it really mean? Because to me, it's almost as if this leak means nothing. And it's huge. I don't want to get me wrong. It's huge because we're just seeing so many leaks. But if we are not... Now, I can understand games come out later. Let me ask that, Dr. Specimen. So let's talk. I want to talk about how the implications of a leak like this happen. Could this impact a game once it's released? Could things like this be used for future cheat packs and other things to implement on these games when they're released? Could it be harmful in that matter?
I don't think so, because 9 times out of 10, when you have a game, the cheats you want to do is like give yourself more money, give yourself infinite health, that kind of stuff. You're not doing complicated shit like, I don't know, skip this specific storyline, or like replacing it, like doing like regular mods and shit, like that kind of stuff isn't the stuff that comes out immediately. The stuff that comes out immediately is just the lives and stuff. And all that really requires, 9 times out of 10, is cheat engine. Just regular ass cheat engine. Or you have a modded Switch. I think Edison is the name of the program that lets you do cheats. You could just do that day one anyways. But the thing is, with the Switch itself, it doesn't even matter to begin with, because you can't take your Switch online hack for more than 5 seconds without it getting banned entirely. So, I mean, there's a reason why you usually don't see a lot of cheaters in Switch games. And so, I don't think it's a big deal from that perspective, but also from the perspective of, even... Shit, I had another point. My brain just farted, and I just completely forgot what the other point was.
No, you're good. It's that time. Let me ask, what's next for, do Game Freak just move on? If you was in the company, this happened, you just move on like normal? I don't think there's much more you could do. Like, what do? They just keep, like, does this stop anything that any products that you're releasing, any future projects? Does this stop anything? I don't think so. For me, if anything, it just hyped it up even more.
Shit. I don't know. Hey, Rick, I'm not going to leave, but my fucking roommates are calling me out there. I'm going to go out and see what they want. I want to be thrown here for the unlock.
Hey, handle your business, man.
I'll be back.
I got it over here. I got it locked down. Yo, I'm going to be honest. Now, look, Game Freak going to send ops to the leaker. Preach. They are definitely going to send ops to the leaker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you something, man, about Nintendo, man, and any company that got anything in relation to Nintendo. It's over, man. Nintendo don't pay money for security. They pay money for lawyers. See, other companies want to do their shit on the front end. Xbox say, we're going to have our shit locked down. We don't even need to hire no lawyers, man. All right? You know what I mean? We good. We ain't worried about that. Sony goes, we got a couple dogs on the low. You know who you are. I ain't gonna say your name, but you giving it up and you getting paid bounties. Okay, well, they can look up the bounty program and y'all can see who's getting paid by Sony. All right, Sony got their little insiders, man. Go ahead and give me that hat. Put the update up. Hey, we good. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo said, nah, we want to sell the systems. We know people are going to be modifying the systems. That's going to add to a sale. But guess what? If they even try to spread the word even bigger than a peep, we going to come down with so many lawyers, we going to carve them a new butthole. It's just as simple as that. And I respect Nintendo for that. Okay? I respect them. Now, a couple people like Solo, rest in peace to the leaker. I agree. They're at his home right now. As we speak, they're there. Okay? He's probably tied up, giving more info out. Got no choice. Nintendo does things the way they want to. Allegedly. Okay? Rip to Modded Hardware. Yes, Modded Hardware is another one. We all know, if you don't know, we talked about it last week, what happened with Modded Hardware. He is going to be moving forward in that case, and that case is currently in discovery, which means get ready and grease it up, man. Modded Hardware, I hope something good can come. I hope you got some good evidence coming, man. I hope we can press Nintendo for something. But one thing is, you got to know something, man. I don't know what you know of Nintendo. Nintendo's very secretive. What could you know? Right? Are you part of the shareholder meetings? Because they ain't letting go no good information in those. Okay? Yes, I think you have to have like at least, not much in stock. I think it's like, probably like $500 in stock and you get to be a part of the share. No, I think it's like $1,000. You get to be a part of the shareholder meeting. I've been invited to shareholder meetings before. Trust me. Okay. Most of the time. Using an example, a person before leaked some photos of Sword and Shield, the official book. And he did it before it came out and got in a lot of trouble. Damn. That's from Blizzard Fox. Dude's defending himself according to an article I read on Torrent Free. Yes, Modded Hardware is defending himself. You are correct. He will be defending himself.
Totally fucked.
And I'm very curious on that case.